to experiment, that at this time we call this drug investigational drug because it's under investigation. It's not licensed, not approved. And then you go into cycles.
So hold on. How would you know that the monkey has a headache? And how would you know that after he took the Tylenol, he became better?
Certainly they do, like with, as I said, I don't work in that area, but
Okay.
mainly they do, they take blood tests. Like it's not by talking to them and answering them.
I thought maybe you guys had something we didn't know. Okay.
And when you go into human beings, you take it step by step. So there is a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1, you start with a very small number of patients, because don't forget, those are volunteers most of the time.
Wait, volunteer people
Yes.
take medicine that hasn't been tested on humans?
Right. In some cases,
How much do you pay them?
no, you don't pay them.
And you don't pay them?
You don't pay them, because if you pay them, then they're gonna fabricate, like then it's coercive.
And you have people who are willing to do this for free?
Yes.
Okay.
For the science and for the humans, like, you know, because that's a big thing. If we do not have research, you wouldn't have drugs in the market. And there is people who like yeah, you get from the media, like there is a pushback from the media, and what are we doing? And they call the pharmaceutical companies that we charge a lot and our drugs are expensive, but this is not true. Like, you know, a drug, it costs the companies billions of dollars to get in within this 10, 12 years of research to get this drug in the market. It's very expensive.
Okay, so you give it to a few people, it passes, it works?
Yes, like that's how it works. Just to, it's you write a protocol, which you have an objective and hypothesis, which you write before you run the clinical trial. When you run the clinical trial, you have to meet your objectives. That's how you say that this drug is successful.
Okay, so where do you fit into this picture? What's your day like?
Okay, my day like is I project manage this, like I am, like in the pharmaceutical companies, we do have, we are the brain, so we have this compound, but we are arms and legs distance from the patients. So we need doctors that have patients that would administer this investigation drug to their patients.
So this is almost like the real estate industry where you have a broker that you go to sell a house. So your house is a medical pill.
Right.
And your doctors are the brokers, and you're
Correct.
trying to get your broker to find you somebody to take your pill.
Yes, like, you know, so we provide those doctors with the protocol of what exactly they really do.
Okay.
Like, you know, how to administer, what to collect, because you collect from the patients, of course, blood, urine, data. Like, you know, they write, like, you know, you give them a diary, for example, and you collect data from them.
Okay.
And all this get analyzed by us. And that's how you, at the end, you write a report of your clinical trial.
Okay, so just to get this straight, so your job is to see the whole process from the initial stages of putting it together in a lab all the way to making sure it works and having patients to try it.
Right. And
Wow.
then, of course, you supervise those doctors because you want to make sure that they do what you've told them to do. They do not, because if you do it, you have to report if they have done anything not by protocol. It's called violation or deviation, and that's all has to be compiled and written in the report at the end.
Okay.
So it's everything is clear, and like, you know, and of course you do statistical analysis to the data that you collect.
Okay.
And then you move from one. If it's phase 1 is successful, then you move to phase 2. Phase 2 would be a more bigger population. You can bring your hypothesis or objective to a higher standard. And of course, like, you know, you can adjust your dose, like, because of course you start with, there is trials we just run just to dose, for dose adjustment, like to pick the right dose.